Hello. My name is Callista, and welcome back to When the Night Comes. In the last episode, Camille was just kind of going around town, talking to people. She's really struggling to figure out what she is going to do about Harry. Does she condemn him, or does she sympathize with him? Really, the answer can only come from her. Everyone is free to give their opinions, but at the end of the day, this does all fall down onto her shoulders. I'm sorry. Should you be? He dragged you into this knowing full well you were just an easy blame for something he's explicitly done. Yeah, he sure fucking did. And you won't catch me red-handed doing the same thing. Blaming people not a part of his pyramid of shit. Aw, thank you, Alcar. Anyway, that's good. Figured so, but gives me some peace of mind. At least till it actually fucking happens. What would you have done if I said I understood where he was coming from and sided with him? The possibility is ridiculous, but my curiosity burns, stings. And if we're already ass deep in this kind of tense talk, what's one more match to the flames? Then you would have been what I expected. I've no faith in hunters, save maybe 2 or 3, and that won't change with your stellar example. But from me to you, thanks.
Well, I'd better go and put more drinks on somebody else's tab before this town starts missing me.
Tell me you aren't trying to drain Finn's wealth within your lifetime.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. I broke into the catacombs once just to see how rich our man is. And he's loaded. It's not like the treasure would sit there and marinate if you don't spend it.
I don't... On one hand, I'm like, Alcar, that doesn't make it better. But then on the other, I'm like, do it, Alcar, I salute you. He could pay taxes. Pay taxes to your boss? He has a point there. I have an appointment to catch with my enforcer, anyway. Wow, I'll pray for you. Thank you. With a laugh and a shake of his head, Alcar shoves his hands deep into his pockets and ambles away, towards the tavern's direction. I wait until he's out of sight before heading my own way. Oh, Camille, are you not going to see August? Why lie? Why lie to Alcar, Camille? I guess this really is taking more of a toll if she doesn't feel like she can be honest with the people around her. The sun shyly disappears beyond the horizon as I step into the magic shop, passing what I assume to be Ezra's final customer for the night with a smile. He looks exhausted when I catch his eye across the counter, but he still smiles warmly when I approach. You look tired. So do you. Ezra huffs a quiet laugh, and Coco peeps loudly at him, appearing from between his feet with her usual attitude. He rolls his eyes before looking down at the feline, raising a dark brow at her almost accusingly. No, absolutely not. She chirps at him in return, and I swear she almost looks angry. She is angry. Cats are very good at doing that, at looking at you, and you just know, oh, I have pissed you right off. I'm sorry? Sorry, it's nothing. Then he gently nudges Coco with his foot, and with a defiant flick of her tail, she darts through the purple curtain and into the back room. Cats, huh? He picks up a pile of books stacked by the cash register. I feel like I said that so weird. He picks up a pile of books stacked by the cash register and inclines his head for me to follow him. I oblige, watching as he pops each one back in its rightful place.
How was your day? You feeling okay?
I don't think she is. He turns, eyeing my side, knowing full well his magic healed me perfectly, and yet still finding the time to worry for me. Though unconsciously, I still press my hand over the place where the wound once lay, an almost phantom ache settling deep in my ribs. As if my body is aware that there should be something there. Physically, I'm fine. The last book gets pushed between its shelfmates, and Ezra turns to face me fully, concern etched upon his face.
Just physically?
Camille's going through some shit right now, mate. You need to figure this out before everyone gets hurt. I clear my throat, offering him a clipped smile. I just feel like I'm in limbo with the whole Harry situation. I'm supposed to be on my way to see August right now, and yet... You can't bring yourself to go? I shake my head, letting my hand fall numbly to my side. Still, I fight to keep the true extent of my worry off my face, pretending that the hurt, bitter undercurrents of the knowledge I was burdened with don't leave me feeling nauseous. For now, the only thing I can try to do is be honest, but try to be strong. For them. For all of them. No, I can't. Ezra smiles at me, an almost sympathetic edge to it. I do hope he isn't pitying me, but then Ezra is so very kind that I can't view it as anything other than innocent. Come, let me make you some tea. I nod, actually thinking how I could very much do with a cup of something warm to clear my head right now. I'd like that, thank you. Ezra fills the kettle, placing it upon the stove and stepping towards me as it begins to whistle quietly. So I assume Gus will be with you when you meet with Harry? If so, I imagine you and them will be more than capable of handling anything he tries to throw at you. I don't know. Ezra's coming at this thinking like, oh, we're gonna confront Harry, and Harry's gonna be like, bitches, and like draw his sword and like fight us or something. I don't think that's gonna be the case. One, that doesn't seem to fit Harry's personality. Everything I've seen of him so far tells me that, like, he's capable in a fight. Like, he is very, like, I don't think he's, like, a coward or, like, a wallflower or anything like that. He's not the type of person to be like, I'll fuck you up. Oh, no, actually, I won't. I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't think he's that way inclined. He has the confidence to know, I'm good in a fight, so I don't need to be violent. He's got big dog syndrome, effectively. He is very good at what he does, and therefore I don't feel like he resorts to violence as his first port of call, if that makes sense. So I don't think things are gonna go to shit because of that. 2, I don't think Harry would try and fight Camille, because Camille is a valuable commodity. I am convinced Camille was intended to be his next monster. What's her face? Did Elaine call it a chimera? She called it something. I'm gonna go with chimera for now. Yeah, Camille was intended to be the next chimera. Harry isn't going to want to damage his little project. He's not going to resort to violence because if Camille gets hurt, then she's fucking worthless to him. And this isn't going to go well, Just because it's not going to go violently, I don't think this is going to go well. No. I don't exactly feel nauseous, but I don't feel great. I feel kind of nervous thinking about this confrontation because everything's gonna go to shit. I know that. You know that. Okay. So, I assume Gus will be with you when you meet with Harry? If so, I imagine you and them will be more than capable of handling anything he tries to throw at you. And I've been meaning to ask, if you don't mind, of course. He stares me down with those wide, wise eyes. How are you going to approach him exactly? I mean, you've had time to process all of this. A little, anyway. Oh, God. I'll talk with him. I'll end this. Again, I'm trying to think what I've gone with so far. I've gone condemn, sympathize, condemn. And again, Camille wants to talk with Harry because she wants to learn his thought process. Not because she's like, oh, I want to do that too, but because then she's like, okay, now we know for the future. Now we investigate this thoroughly so that if this happens again, we'll know the signs. If we just kill him outright, then we won't know those signs. We won't know the warning signs. It just... like I said, I also do like the fact that she's flip-flopping. She doesn't know what she's gonna do. She feels nauseous and sick. He's her superior. Everything she has been taught her entire life has been very regimented and, very militant. You do not question your superior officer. And so she has all of those teachings in the back of her mind, but at the same time, he's done something horrible. We can't just let that go, but then we have to learn about him because, what if someone else tries to do this? But that doesn't mean he should get off scot-free. I like the flip-flopping. So yeah. I subtly turn my face away from him, afraid of what Ezra might be able to read in my gaze. I muse darkly to myself, going through the motions once more. Pain, hurt, denial. Ezra quietly clears his throat, something hopeful in his expression when I finally turn to look at him once again. I smile, but it's clipped, forced, guilty. I'll talk to him, hear him out. I see. He drops his gaze to the weathered wood in front of him, tracing the uneven grooves with his fingertip. Just as I suspected, my non-response disappoints him. It's the truth. We could have lied. Would you prefer a lie? No, Camille's gonna be honest with you. Because that's what she demands in return. If she demands honesty, then she's gonna be honest, back. It just... She's not saying Harry deserves to get away with it. That he shouldn't be punished. She just wants to understand what made him do this, effectively. Everyone wants to hear me loudly condemn Harry, to cry over what he by proxy has done to me, to everyone in this town. And yet, I see the reason behind his madness. Ooh. Here's the thing, I don't necessarily think Camille sees the reason behind his madness. I mean, to some extent, yes. The creature numbers were rising. He didn't investigate properly. And so he made a stupid decision. There was reason there. Clearly it was wrong. It was incorrect. I don't think Camille stands by it in the slightest. Okay, I've talked myself into it, that's fine. If it goes further, if Camille's like, I do the same, then I'll go back, but I see the reason behind his madness. We sit in silence for a little while, only to have it broken by a quiet tap, tap, tap. I look around, then down, realizing it's coming from underneath the floor. Ah, of course. Finnegan. Ezra beams when I look at him, and it pleases me to see him, to see them so happy once again. We both stand, and Ezra reaches to unlatch the lock that keeps the opening to the catacombs locked, while I pull back the rug that covers it. When golden eyes appear in the darkness, I feel a chill roll down my spine. He immediately goes to Ezra, drawn to him like a moth to a flame, and he presses a quick, chaste kiss to his lips. Oh, fuck, what was your fault? It's been ages! It feels like ages since Finn has been on screen. It was Gideon Emery, so, I think I was going with a British accent, I think. Oh, it feels like ages! Flipping heck! Hello, Angel. They lace their fingers, standing close, and Finn turns his attention to me.
I came as soon as I sensed you were here.
Oh, well, thank you. Camille is on her way to see August. Finn crinkles his nose at that, apparently unimpressed. Don't you be talking about them like that! How dare you, Finn!
I was hoping I could steal you away for a little while, actually. Not for anything nefarious. Fiero simply longs to speak to you.
Okay. Oh? Oh? Does he have more information? He shrugs.
I'm not sure. He's not exactly a man of many words. If he's asked for you, then I'd take it that he has at least something to tell you.
He definitely isn't just wanting a friendly chat, that's for sure.
I see. Well, considering I'm still avoiding going to see August, we could go now? Excellent. Ezra clears his throat, his lashes dipping as he squeezes Finn's hand. His prosthetic comes alive, flickering in kind. You'll return? I always do, don't I? Ezra's quiet laugh is infectious, his eyes crinkling at the corners. He exudes happiness. You do. Come then, Camille. Into the hole you go. What a phrase, Finn. Okay. Yep. Good to see Ezra and Camille just being like, what? Ezra and I both look at him with blank expressions, and Finn merely rolls his eyes, sighs, and ushers me onwards. We say goodbye to Ezra, watching as we descend into the depths of the catacomb tunnels. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Just because the screen flickered like that, I thought this was a new chapter. No, this is still chapter 8. Okay. A shadowy figure waits for us outside of Finn's quarters, and I smile when I see a shock of white hair and friendly crimson eyes. Hello again! Did they mention that Fiero had been freed? Camille was out for 3 days, I think they said, and then I think it's been like a week since then. Maybe I might be adding more time to this than has passed. However, yeah, I I think it makes sense that in the 3 or so days that Camille was knocked out, that they'd go and bring back their friend. Oh, bloody hell, what was your voice? You appeared once before. You can't keep bringing in these characters that I don't know their voices. I think I just kind of went with... I feel like it was quite deep. Oh, I can't remember. Hunter Abeline, it's a pleasure to see you again. It's good to see you too. Under better circumstances this time. If I look hard enough, I swear I can see his mouth twitch. Fiero studies me Let's try that again. Fiero studies me with a certain intensity for a moment, and I feel a strange sense of calm washing over me, but... He frowns. A blink and you'll miss it thing, but I see it before his face falls into that carefully calculated stoicism. I will not keep you long. I just wanted to thank you for finding me. I owe you a debt of gratitude for assisting with my extraction. I gather you'll be meeting with the Lieutenant General soon. I swallow thickly, my throat tight all of a sudden. There it is again, that uncertainty, that push and pull of conflicting emotions that swirl in my gut and almost suffocates me. I nod a little too quickly, and though Fiero doesn't show it, I know he can feel my unease. Yeah, oh. If you don't remember, Fiero is an amazing empath. He is incredibly powerful. Camille might be able to hide her emotions from her friends. She ain't hiding shit from Fiero. He sees her innermost thoughts and feelings. I nod a little too quickly, and though Fiero doesn't show it, I know he can feel my unease. I will be, yes, whenever he decides to show his face. Finn scoffs at that, leaning against the jagged stone wall with a perfect kind of handsome nonchalance that not many could achieve.
If he ever decides to again. If I was him, I'd have left town the second the first body turned cold.
You do kind of wonder why he didn't. My best guess would be just the greater good. You know, and if you remember, the first bodies were, they were hunters. Men and women who had sworn to, uphold the greater good. My life, my body, my soul belongs to the agency. So Harry probably just thought they gave their lives in service to the agency. I gave them the death they probably all wanted. What's so bad about that? No one can complain. They died serving their betters. Who cares? It just... Probably not who cares. I'd like to think there was some sorrow. Oh no, Jim died. Poor Jim. But again, that's probably being swallowed up by, it's for the greater good. These chimeras are being created to save, innocent civilians. The hunters want to protect innocent civilians. This is all trial and error. So, they'd be happy. They'd be happy that their deaths gave me new data to fiddle with my formula with. It's all for the betterment of society. And I think that confidence, what was it he said? He said to James, you've always doubted me. You've always doubted my capabilities, something like that. Harry is very confident in himself. He believes he'll get it eventually. Presumably, he believes he's perfected it if he's asked Camille to, come down. Then again, Camille could be a worse hunter than I'm giving her credit for. But, I would hope that he thinks he's perfected it at long last. And oh, Harry, I've said it before and I'll say it again. after seeing how he was with James, after seeing him talk about James, I so desperately didn't want him to be the twist villain. I really hoped it was going to be like a switcheroo, and like, I would have even accepted, like, it was Steve the baker. What? We haven't met Steve the baker. Well, here he is. Like, I would have accepted that. It would have been a weird twist, but like, fuck it, I'd have accepted it because I liked Harry. And I just... God damn. I don't want him to be the twist villain, but he plainly is. Oh, God. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave off right here. In the next one, Camille continues to struggle with what she's gonna do about Harry. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.